Most Reverend Peter Paul Saldana, Bishop of Mangalore, Most Reverend Aloysius D'Souza, Bishop Emeritus of Mangalore, esteemed Brother Bishop Gerald Lobo, the other two have made themselves invisible, Sister Rose Celine, Superior General of the Bethany Sisters and her General Council, Reverend Father Walter D'Souza, Parish Priest of St. Sebastian Church, Bendur, other dignitaries on the day, especially the family members of Monsignor Raymond, provincial superiors, their counselors and members of the congregation of the Sisters of the Little Flower of Bethany, Reverend Fathers, religious sisters, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen. We have gathered here today to remember and honor the remarkable life and enduring legacy of a true servant of God, Monsignor Raymond Francis Camillus Mascarenhas, a son of this historic diocese of Mangalore. His was a life lived with faith, vision, and an unwavering commitment to the cause of education, the upliftment of the poor, and the spreading of Christ's love. As we reflect on his journey, we see in him a beacon of hope, an extraordinary leader, and a devoted shepherd who sought nothing but the glory of God and the well-being of his people. I have learned that from a tender age, Raymond exhibited a deep sense of devotion and an inclination towards priesthood. As a little boy, it seems he would often enact the role of a priest, celebrating his own kind of mass with the eager participation of his siblings, 11 of them. Watching these innocent yet profound actions, his mother perceived with keen intuition that God was preparing her son for a great mission. This early calling blossomed later into a lifelong commitment to faith and service, leading him to dedicate himself entirely to God's work. Ordained as a priest, Father Raymond embraced his vocation with a spirit of courage, determination, and selfless love. His deep concern for the spiritual and intellectual nourishment of the young led him to a groundbreaking initiative, his magnum opus, the founding of the congregation of the Sisters of the Little Flower of Bethany, known all over as the Bethany Sisters. With an initial band of 4 Catholic teachers, he laid the foundation for an institution that would impart Catholic education, provide religious instruction, and offer a haven for young women who sought to dedicate their lives to God's service. What set Father Raymond Mascarenhas apart was his ability to see beyond the present, to recognize needs that others overlooked, and to take bold steps to address them. He had a strong will and a courageous heart, unafraid to venture into the unknown. He was a man of discipline and unwavering determination, and he possessed an adventurous spirit that enabled him to step outside the conventional paths and carve new avenues for service. In every challenge, Monsignor Raymond saw an opportunity to manifest God's love. In every suffering and trial, and he had to endure a good many of them, he found a means to deepen his faith. And in every person, especially the poor and the neglected, he saw the face of Jesus. Undoubtedly, his most cherished dream were his beloved sisters, and they did not disappoint him. He lived to see the fruits of his dream for nearly 40 years out of the almost 86 years of his earthly pilgrimage. To date, the congregation of the Sisters of the Little Flower of Bethany has been carrying forward his mission with unyielding dedication. At present, the sisters serve across 3 continents and 66 dioceses, managing nearly 180 institutions of their own, besides some other institutions in the diocese where they are working. Wherever they are placed, they have become a vital force in Christian education, pastoral work, and social outreach, primarily focusing on the poor and the marginalized. My own Archdiocese of Goa and Daman, where 30 of them offer their dedicated service, is a beneficiary of their tireless labors. This vast and ever-growing legacy is a testament to Father Raymond's vision, a vision deeply rooted in faith, service, and the transformative power of education. My dear Bethany sisters, your saintly founder understood profoundly that Catholic education was not merely about knowledge, but about shaping souls, instilling values, and nurturing hearts that beat for Christ and his people. He sought to empower young minds, particularly girls, to rise above their limitations and embrace their God-given potential. Father Raymond saw in education a tool for liberation, a means to break the chains of ignorance and poverty, and a path to a fuller, more meaningful life in Christ. Monsignor Raymond was not only an educator, but also a spiritual guide and a compassionate father to all who crossed his path. His heart was attuned to the cries of the poor, and his hands were ever ready to serve. He bore suffering with grace, patiently enduring trials for the sake of his mission. His strength lay in his unwavering trust in God's providence, and his joy was found in seeing numerous lives transformed through his ministry. My dear friends, I was struck by the homily of Bishop Peter Paul Saldanha. We are living in very challenging times. On one side, we are in the process of this synodal journey, which Pope Francis invited us to engage ourselves in. And on the other side, we are in this Jubilee year, the theme of which is Pilgrims of Hope. The hope does not disappoint us. And I look at Monsignor Raymond as a powerful model of synodal discipleship and synodal priestly ministry. He was indeed a pilgrim of hope. His life was truly a gift to the church, to education, and to humanity. His journey inspires all of us to live with courage, to serve with love, and to walk with faith. My dear sisters, I pray with you today that Monsignor Raymond's legacy may continue to shine through you and through all those who have been touched by the vision, his vision and love. And last, but not the least, I pray fervently with you and with the whole church in this great diocese that servant of God, Raymond Mascarenhas, may soon receive the honors of the altar. We need more saints from India. And Monsignor Raymond hopefully will be the next one. Thank you.